Loneliness? What is it
It's
considered?
feeling like left out. Loneliness, like feeling left out. Like um, it's times where actually I just felt lonely. Like I came back Sunday. Like last week, I was in Stockton, and I felt lonely because I went to like I guess the waterfront or like the downtown area, and I was just walking around because I had no like nobody really showed me around, and I was just walking around down there, and I seen like the water, like water river walk or whatever it was. It was nice, and I'm sitting there looking at all this water and stuff, and I'm sitting there as I'm sitting there chilling, relaxing. I've seen like couples walking through there, and I'm looking like, dang, this is a nice spot to be in. It's kind of romantic, and you know, I'm seeing people that are kissing and hugging and holding hands, walking through and looking at stuff and looking at the little yachts and stuff over there, and I'm like, man, I felt lonely. Like, man, I wish I had somebody here with me to do that. You know, I can just chill with and relax with and
Like a
share
friend?
this moment with me and see how nice, how beautiful this scenery is, just looking.
Like a friend or a significant other?
Either or.
Either or.
I was
So
out there
just
by
somebody.
myself. Somebody.
Just somebody was there.
Yeah. But I sucked it up. Was like, you know, hey, one day.
So you define loneliness as having a person or certain being around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think you can feel lonely in a group of people?
Yeah, but I don't, yeah, because what if I didn't fit in? I don't know what the requirements are to fit in a group of people. What if I didn't meet the standards of their whole conversations? Or they're like over here conversating, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like over here, just like, I ain't got nothing to say, so I'm just sitting over here lonely, like, okay. I didn't feel like that before.
Right. I could. That is absolutely accurate. I think lonely has to do a lot with not having certain people there or wanting that other person, whether it's significant other or whether it's friends. But I've also experienced being on a team, playing basketball, having something to do all the time and still feeling lonely.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you just have to find someone or something that brings like mental stimulation as far as, you know, this person's intriguing, this group of friends I love being around. Because you can be around a group of friends and not feel connected whatsoever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for me, I've had loneliness on a basketball team where I've just been, man, I really don't feel like I connect with anybody here. Maybe it's me. Maybe there's something with me in my head going on right now that I'm not letting myself connect. So I don't know. Loneliness is kind of tough. It's one of those things where I think you can bring it on yourself, and I think not having people there can bring it on too, as far as loneliness goes.
Yeah. This is. I wonder like how can you cope with loneliness? How could you deal with the fact, you know, being lonely?
I think it comes back to one of our old topics of happiness.
Yeah.
We talked about happiness, and if you're happy, it's like a lot of things fall in place. Like you don't feel lonely because you have that happiness there. Something's bringing you joy, whether you're going after your career, a goal, you have the relationship you've always wanted, person in your life. And I think lonely kind of falls into that category, maybe of being unhappy. You're unsatisfied. There's something in your life that you're not fulfilling, and you're wanting that, whether it's a girlfriend, boyfriend, people in your life. Finding that hobby, that going for a goal that actually makes you want to be better in life and not just sit where you're at. So
Yeah, that's true. I think sometimes I get lonely, like when it comes to this music, doing my music. Sometimes I get like stuck, and you know, it's kind of like I wish my homeboy or homeboys are here to get on this song with me, because I'm kind of stuck. Like I don't really want to do this whole song by myself. And it's kind of like I procrastinate, and it takes me a while to actually get the song done. Certain beats, I'm like, I can hear my homeboy on this one. It's kind of like, dang, I got to do it all by myself. You know, it's kind of like, you know, I get lonely sometimes when it comes to music. Sometimes I get lonely, or having to work with other people that I'm not used to, like going out of state and got to work around these people with music. It's kind of like I don't know them, and it's kind of like I don't, you know, it's different. So I get kind of lonely when I'm out of state doing things.
So being here in LA, have you felt lonely then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, you're not from here. Well, you've only been out here for a vacation for like a month.
Yeah.
So, I mean, are there times where, like you said, you're walking around? What other times do you feel like you just, man, I wish I had something to do,
Like,
or I
yeah,
wish I
like
had somebody
tonight. I wish I had somewhere to go and something to do, but I ain't gonna let it bother me. It's like my time is already up anyway. I'm getting ready to go. So, yeah, I know. It's just something I might feel for like a split second. I might feel it for like 3 or 4 minutes or something. I'll just make my mind switch to something else and be like, don't even worry about it. Just do something else.
So is loneliness a feeling then? That's something that do you think you can turn it on and off, I guess? If you let yourself feel lonely, you're going to feel lonely, right?
Yeah.
But how do you make yourself not feel lonely?
I just do other things. Just do something else. Just, I guess it's a mind thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. My mind just runs like 100 miles per hour. It just races, and I just think of other things to do besides sitting around being lonely. Because thinking lonely is not gonna get me nowhere. It's go write something or go get on the computer or something or watch TV or watch a movie or just something to get my mind off the fact that I'm lonely.
So you know exactly what you're not gonna do next time you come here, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna try to find stuff to keep your mind occupied.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I would agree. Then that's a huge part of.
I would bring a friend with me to visit.
Yeah.
Whether it's a homeboy, whether it's a female, I would bring a friend with me so we can go hang out together or something, and I don't have to feel lonely. You know what I mean? Just like, hey, we here. Let's travel. Hey, we together. We're all we got. Let's go out, kick it, and mingle with people and stuff. And
so we both agree to say that having other people in your life, highly reduces the risk of loneliness.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think there's that balance where you have to be somewhere in your life where, like I said, you're happy and you're ready to receive other people's energy. You know what I mean? Like you're ready to accept other people because, like I said, you can be in a room full of people and feel absolutely lonely and not want to hang out with other people. Like, have you ever just wanted to like stay in your room and not do anything?
Yep.
And that makes you feel lonely, but you don't feel like getting out of your loneliness.
Yeah, I've been
you
like
know?
that.
I don't know. Loneliness is
Plenty of times.
I don't like loneliness.
Yeah, it's I've been through it so much, so I know how to, I'm used to it now. That's what it is. Like I'm used to it now. It don't really, it bothers me just a tiny bit, but not like I ain't gonna sit here and cry because it's like, maybe I don't want to be bothered. That's why I'm lonely right now. Maybe that could be the reason that maybe I want to be lonely.
Yeah.
It's just certain days I feel like I don't want to be bothered, so I don't mind being alone. There's certain days like, man, I wish.
Well, wait a minute. With being alone, wanting to be alone, and loneliness, I think, are two-way separate things. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Loneliness, I don't think a lot of the times is a choice. You don't want to feel it. It's just circumstances happen that way. Whatever you did in your life or whatever experiences, now you're feeling lonely. But wanting to be alone, now we've all been there. Where, you know what, I want to just tap out for a little bit.
Yeah.
I want to hang out at my place. I don't want to be around people. I'm going to go to the beach by myself. That's like wanting to be alone,
Yeah.
and which is highly different than, I think, feeling loneliness.
Have you ever been lonely around family?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I have a cousin that says she let my aunt know that she feels uncomfortable with me because she just don't want to like change like her way of living for like a couple of weeks or like a month of me just being here, being like, oh, I feel uncomfortable because he's a man in the house and we never really had a man in the house. And, why would you turn something into an issue?
I can empathize with you on that because
It
you're
doesn't make
family and you're coming to visit. Why can't you just do it for a couple of weeks while I'm
Yeah,
here?
she don't want to change her ways, so I feel lonely because it seems like nobody else understands me in the house but my mom. Because like my aunt, she kind of acts like that a little bit too. Like if I come out the room, she might have a gown on in the morning, come out and get a cup of coffee. I open the door to come out the room. It's like she'll run back in or she'll go back in and grab her robe or whatever. And it's like I don't even know when to come out the room in the morning. I'm like, should I come out? I mean,
It's like your confinement.
yeah, it's like that's how I
Solitude.
feel. Like it makes me feel uncomfortable and I feel lonely because nobody else is going through this but me. when I'm there. I'm like, dang, this ain't even right. I feel just awkward and weird just being there. Makes me not really want to be over. It actually makes me. Actually, when I come back, I'm not even going over there. Yeah, it's just I didn't like that. I feel lonely over there because we're all on different levels,
Gotcha.
and I'm the only man in there. And yeah,
Wow.
I've been feeling lonely since I've been here. Yeah. Besides the times I hang out, Mike. Other than that, I feel lonely out here.
Yeah, this is a big city to be by yourself in.
Yeah, and everybody. I mean, I know a lot of people wishing they was in my shoes to come out here to LA and visit and hang out, and they always ask me, "What are you doing out there, oh man, you lucky, man." Really, I don't even have no story to give them. They say, "Man, I'm sitting in the house, locking myself in the room, don't even know when I can come out the room, and or just feeling like that." It's not really what's going on, but I'm feeling like that. Like I got to tiptoe around the house. Yeah, that's some loneliness for you.
Around family too.
Yeah, around
I've
family.
never felt that. I've never had that feeling before at all. I always feel like my mind's going 100 miles an hour, and I love it when I'm with my family because we're always talking about something, we're always doing something. So I wouldn't know what that's like to feel the opposite of that. To actually be in the house and just feel, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I know
want to
what you mean.
confine myself to my room or anything like that. Wow.
Because I never had to live like that. I never had to be around nobody like that. But especially when I'm coming out here to get to know my family, you know, or a family that I already knew them. That part of my family, that side, I already knew them, but I haven't seen them in years, like years. And I come and see my mom, and she's there, and then I got this feeling like it's just not good. It's not a good feeling, you know.
Gotcha.
I feel lonely. The whole time I've been there, I've been feeling lonely.
It's a long 30 days.
So I'm glad I got a cell phone so I can call friends back home and talk. You know?
Dang. You know what? I've had, well, not with family, but, you know, I moved out here end of January. I had two of my best guy friends here, and then they both left. And, you know, I was really scared because I was like, oh, man, I don't know anyone. I got to make all these friends. Friends was a huge part of not feeling lonely. So, you know, for a couple weeks there, I would come home to an empty house. I wasn't used to it. And there's no one to go hang out with, you know? Like, there's no one there all the time. You're just in this huge city by yourself. And that's what you're feeling right now. It's like your first... Is it first time out here?
First time, like, actually being here, like, this long.
Being here.
I came here one time, like, maybe, like, 4 or 5 days. And I didn't feel lonely because I was just drink. I was just drink back to back.
Well, there you go.
And didn't even think about being lonely. I was like, I'm only here for a couple of days. And I have other stuff on mine anyway, so.
So do you think drinking cures loneliness?
No, it does not.
I was like,
Not even trying to promote
momentarily.
that. It does
momentarily.
not.
Lets you
does
forget.
not. It's just, I had other stuff on my mind. I came out here and it was just, I know I'm going to be here for a couple of days.
Gotcha.
And I was just drinking and I didn't have time to even try to see anything because I'm not going to be here that long.
Gotcha.
But it's like the longest I've been here is a month. And I feel lonely. I ain't been doing nothing. Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Like, nothing. But the next time's going to be better.
Well, you better believe it. You know, everything you're not going to do the next time you come. You're going to be around people. You're going to find somebody to take you around. You're not staying at your aunt's house and your mom's house. So you choose the opposite, which is good. You're not choosing to be lonely.
The alcohol situation. It's just momentary. Takes you away. Like, what does that feel like? Because I've never been there. I've been lonely.
You can...
But what is the result of the alcohol?
Of drinking and the result of what? Drinking and feeling lonely. It kind of numbs you out a little bit, you know what I mean?
But when you come down, sober up, your loneliness is still going to be
Oh yeah,
there.
the loneliness doesn't go anywhere. You just kind of numb it out for a second. You
You
still
psych
feel
yourself
it. You
out.
still, but the alcohol just takes it away momentarily.
Yeah.
Like for that whatever 4 or 5 hours that you're feeling tipsy or drunk, whatever you want to call it, intoxicated. That's about it, and then you're right back to square one.
Does it take, when you say